Welcome everyone to the With Hearts Wide Open closing ceremony. I'm Kathy Forrest, and I'm so excited that all of you got to be with us. And um, I hope all of you had a chance to enjoy some of those amazing speakers. They are all still up all day today. So if you have time and you want to jump in there, you certainly can. And we'll close all that down at midnight tonight. So let's call in sacred space for today. All right. Let's everybody take a big deep breath in. And as you exhale, just simply drop your grounding cords down into the earth. And then inhale, draw that earth energy up, send it up and out through the top of the head. Connect with the heart of the Great Mother above. And then inhale, draw that beautiful cosmic energy down and send it all the way down into the earth, activating that as above, so below flow. Breathing in and breathing out, activate the as within, so without. Moving to the north, we welcome Mother Earth. We give thanks for the ability to be in a body and stand on our own 2 feet. Moving to the south, we welcome water and clear, clean, current, emotional energy. Moving to the west, we welcome air, mind, focus, clarity, all of our etheric allies, all of our guides and angels. Moving to the east, we welcome fire, movement, passion, divine right action. Moving to the center, we welcome the divine feminine in all her forms. Mother Isis, Mother Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, Mother Lakshmi, Sophia, Sekhmet, and all the rest. We call down that beautiful feminine energy down into our circle today. We call up Mama Gaia. Pull that energy through us. We welcome our own sweet, extraordinary soul into this circle. We ask that all these energies be with us, pray with us, dance with us today for our mutual benefit. I hope. All right, everyone, let's get up and move our bodies a little bit. dive in. So, first question I want to ask is, have you ever, do you, or have you ever felt dread opening bills? Have you ever felt guilty about your debt? Have you ever felt shame around old financial mistakes? Have you ever had that feeling of fear that your money is going to run out? Do you ever feel doubt that you'll ever be able to create the financial reality that you feel good about? I think all of us have been here. And I think this is probably one of the number one reasons that we don't take the leap, that we don't take that step into what it is that we truly want to do and how we truly want to spend our time, because we can't afford it. That's what we think. That's the lie we tell ourselves. And it's backwards. So, my goal for you, and it is my job, to demystify this topic. For too long, we've allowed the ignorance of the innate powers that we hold to block us and keep us small and ineffective. But the truth is, if you're here on this call, if you have showed up for any of the summit, you know you're here to do big work. Everything in the universe is here to support us, and it is on our side. In fact, it literally needs us to do this. The universe wants us to succeed. This was the grand plan for everyone. And this wisdom and how we do it is as close as our breath, and yet we let it elude us over and over and over again. So today we're going to talk about this a little bit. It says, as we begin to remember our roots, reconnect ourselves to our planet and our divine essence, we find that all our needs are met from a very mostly undiscovered place within us. And this topic is so important because deep inside of all of you is the source that we keep going outside for. It's a flow that can help you stand in your financial power, making economic and life choices from your authenticness, your authentic core. That core, that source, is feminine in nature. And I think this is why we miss it. This part of you connects you to your inner guidance and gracefully expands your ability to receive so that you can flourish as your best self in the world. You could even consider this part of you your money goddess. Now, what would distinguish that money goddess from other goddesses or even other money goddesses is that she belongs to you. She's yours. She's the core of your being. And through her connection to the natural world, through that clear, flowing spirit source that flows through her, she can help you create from your inner truth in ways that uplift yourself, uplift all those people around you, uplift the world at large, and help you contribute whatever it is you came here to do. And it's my dream and mission to make sure that that connection is established within you so that you can flourish and thrive. And the reason I know this, I mean, this is in many ancient teachings, but the bulk of it has been lost. Patriarchy has totally tapped down these ancient truths, and it has kept us powerless, and it has kept us broke. So if you missed the Lakshmi ceremony the other night, we learned about this. She is the goddess of abundance from the Hindu tradition. And in that tradition, she is known as the auspiciousness that begins to bloom in our life. And I want you to let this land. When we align our every action with the work that our soul has come here to do. Now just let that sink in. Your abundance shows up when you are in sync with your soul, when you are doing your sacred work, not when you can afford it. The afford it doesn't happen till you step in to that sacred work. She reminds us that our ultimate goal is not just the outward reward of wealth. That's a byproduct, but it's being able to know our true bliss. This life was meant to be good. It was meant to be fun. It wasn't meant to be difficult. So she wants us to do what makes us feel lit up like a glow stick while we're doing it. So I want you to think for a minute. What would that look like for you? We're going to journal about it here in just a little bit. But what work doesn't feel like work at all? She is a link to finding that bliss so that what is within us is poured forth to the world. Okay. So I love this little quote from Steve Bow. And I added the goddess. The goddess's gift to you is more talent and ability than you could possibly use in your lifetime. Your gift to the goddess is to develop as much of that talent and ability as you can in this lifetime. So the truth of the matter is, financial abundance is an inside job. It's not about what you're doing, how you're doing, or being good enough, or all of those things. It is spiritual work. It is the most important work you can do in this lifetime. And why do I say that? Because it touches everything. What's the one thing that if somebody pokes at it, you recoil and say, no, I keep that information private? It's usually your money. It's why the classes that I teach around money remained small. Folks aren't ready to look at this because it touches everything, and it will demand that you get real. It will demand that you live in integrity, and it always requires inner work. Yes, you're going to have to set up things in your outside world, but even if you have every advantage and all of the structures set up, if you have inner money blocks, nothing's going to flow. And if there's no money, then it makes it very difficult to do what we came here to do. So every time the goddess wants to get my attention, this is where she taps me on the shoulder, to the point that I teach this every year because I know better than to not look at it. Because what I also know is, even if you've done this work in the past, even if you feel like you're in a relatively good place, There's always room for growth here. You can always increase your income and help someone else with it. You can always expand your giving. And for those of us that know how to do that, this is our job. This is part of what we came here to do. And if this part of our lives is wonky, if this is the place that we haven't cleaned up yet, then we have work to do. We have big work to do. So, like I said, I was going to give you time. I want you to get your journals out and just take a minute. Just feel in a little bit. In a perfect world, if anything was possible, what would you be doing, being, and having right now? So just take a few minutes and journal with that. And I would play music, but all I have is upbeat. And I want to be able to post this on YouTube so they won't kick me off. So just here in the silence, journal with that question for a little bit. All right. You've had a little bit of time. Now, I want to give you another little object lesson. So I want you to look at this picture. This is another picture of Lakshmi. And I want you to notice. Now, remember, she's in a feminine body. I want you to notice, where is that money? All those beautiful gold coins. Where is it coming from? Is she going out to get it and bring it to you? No, it's flowing from within her. Yep. Let's see here. Thank you for that message, Margaret. That's beautiful. You're in the right place. I have to say that. So I want you to notice where this money's flowing from. It's not flowing from outside. She's not bringing that. She's not going out to get it. It's flowing from within her. Okay. Hang on. We got all kinds of chats. Yes, from the inside. So look at these pictures. Same. Every single one of these goddesses is either carrying it, but it looks like it's coming from something either attached to her or from within her. So here's the truth. And, I want you to pay attention to this. You always see pictures of goddesses that look like this. You never see the masculine form of the divine offering this. There is a big message in that. Many times we have this mistaken idea that going out and getting paid is a masculine thing. It is not. And it doesn't happen because we do that well. This is literally our financial flow comes from the divine feminine. And it is inherent within us. When we awaken what's inside of us, money, abundance in any form, wisdom, knowledge, whatever it is you need, flows in and through you. So all we have to do is move the blocks out of the way. Anything that restricts the flow of positive, uplifting feelings. So this is why, as women, as emotional beings, we may block ourselves a lot because we have a lot of false beliefs in there that don't serve us. And we get triggered emotionally. Any of those things constrict that flow. When all of you have had an experience where you're in the flow, you're doing your thing, everything's going well, and someone comes in and you get slammed emotionally. When that happens, everything stops. It is not our job to go figure out what we need to do to go get money. It is our job to open and receive it. To open and allow it to flow. And Margaret, I would say it's flowing from all of those places. It's flowing in through the top because that's where the goddess connects with us. It's flowing through our heart and through our hands, through our body, through our second chakra. All we have to do is clear the blockages. Our thoughts and belief systems inform our emotions and vice versa. So mining the storehouse of memories that we grew up with can help us identify those blockages and move them. So I'm going to give you a little opportunity to look at that. So feel into your body right now. What emotions are showing up and where are your constrictions? Where do you feel tightness held in your body? Where do you feel less than good feelings in your body? Notice that, and I want you to journal with those for just a little bit. What's showing up? So I don't want y'all to get hung up on what part of the body it's from. I just want you to identify the fact that it's not outside of you, it's inside of you. And if it's inside of you, then you're what's in the way. If you don't have the income that you want, then you've got to go inside and find the places where you are where you're tapping it down, where you're holding up the flow. So that's what we're doing right now. Go in there and look around. Where are you feeling less than, feeling like you don't deserve, or like there's not enough? And trust me, I can say that because it's true for me. Every single time I do this class, I find more. No one is immune. So we're going to dance here in a little bit and let you release some of that. But these are the places that you need to look. This is where you need to begin if you want to clear some of this. And, you know, another way to do it is just, what's the first step that I need to take to step into my guidance? What is it? And how do I dip my toe in? You've listened all week to all of these speakers give tons of information. So what is your next step? All of you know it. And when you think about making that next step, what emotions come up in your body? Where are those constrictions? You know, I used to tell people, they didn't tell me the fine print when I became an entrepreneur, or at least I didn't read it. And the fine print is It will be the most demanding, spiritually empowering, enlightening, and hardest work you'll ever do. Because your business doesn't grow unless you do. And you don't grow unless you do your spiritual work. And that's what this whole journey on this planet is about anyway. It's soul work. So I have found for just about everyone I've ever taught, talking to someone about money, getting someone to really look there, takes them deep into the heart, the soul, the core of who they are and what they're about. It makes you get real. So we're just going to take a little minute. We're getting real with our emotions. We're getting real with what's in there. We're going to really release what we find. So I love this quote by Lynn Twist. Money carries the soul's energy. For each of us, money in any amount acts as a carrier of energy and intent. So think about that. Anytime you place your money anywhere, you give a piece of your soul to that space. You agree, you support whatever it is, whether you're buying groceries, whether you're buying gas, whether you're paying your bills, paying your taxes. You send your energy out in an energetic exchange. You send intention out in that energetic exchange every single time. And when you begin to think about your money like that, it will change the way you spend it. She says, people and families of very few financial resources and those of enormous financial wealth have turned their financial flow toward causes and commitments that make their heart sing, and their money carries the same joyful, life-affirming energy into the world to make a difference. So this is why we do our money work, so that we can send our energy out into the world to make a difference, however that looks. So what we've done here is only scratching the surface, but this is the kind of work we do in financial sovereignty. Own your money power. So I'm going to teach this class again. It begins next Wednesday at 2:00 Central Time. Yes, there will be recordings if you can't make that time or that day for whatever reason. The recordings will be in there. You can go here and sign up, or you can wait for the email and sign up there. Who said that? Yes, it is. Hi, Christina. Didn't know you were on here. It is an amazing class. It changes my money every time. There's a reason I do this class once a year, and it's to grow my own. It's because I have to do this work too. And the main way to get me to do it is to have me teach it. I know this about myself. So I'm inviting all of you to come on that ride with me, and you can go there and learn more about it. You can also just watch your inbox. There'll be plenty of links. So I love this quote. Well, this isn't the quote. The quote is coming. But being willing to look honestly at your money and develop a solid relationship with it is the highest form of self-care you can engage in. It will support all the rest of the self-care you do. And if you neglect this piece, then all of the other stuff you do is just surface. It's just surface stuff. It's not going to be the solid core growth that you need to do your sacred work on this planet. So what I'm saying to you is there's a golden opportunity for you to begin this journey with me. If you don't want to begin it with me, that's fine, but do it. Begin it with someone. So this was the quote. I love Amanda Frances. She is a 31-year-old multimillionaire that grew her business from nothing and does exactly what I do. And this is what she says. She's been interviewed by all kinds of, Forbes, all kinds of Fortune 500 magazines and companies. She says, the divine understanding is that well-resourced women can do some good shit in this world. All women are meant to be wealthy. We are meant to make an impact in whatever way lights us up. Money helps us change the world. That's what we're all here for. We're all here to up level and change the world, and that begins at home. So let's get up and we're going to dance and we're going to release all those money blocks we found. Move your body, let go all of that old stuff. All right, everybody. That was fun. I feel a ton lighter. So, as much as I hate to say it, we're at the end of the week. We've done this this is the 8th day. We've done this for a full 7 days. This has been glorious. I'm so excited that I got to bring all of those awesome speakers to you. Please watch them for free the rest of the day. If you haven't tapped into that, go over and get some more of that good information. You can still get the low price if you want to get the lifetime access. And really, really, really think about tapping into your money. See what you need to do to clean that up. And join us if that feels like something that feels like you'd like to do. It's been so fun. You're so, so, so welcome. All right. Keep watching your inbox. There will be more where these came from. Goodbye, everyone. Hang on, I want to see what's in this chat.